So we're here in Clovis, California, and we just finished installing a little bypass loop right here. The existing plumbing, the 1.5 inches, and I don't think we took a video the other day, but you've got some points that are beginning to bleed through. You can see that at some point it'll just break through further until finally it'll start spraying. So you've got points like that all over the pipe, here, here. On the other side, actually the intake line doesn't look so bad, but back up over there, right there, that one's pretty bad. You can see the scale. So at some point you're going to need some repairs to pipes, replacement of pipes, whatever. That's outside of our scope of work, but what we had suggested the last time we were up here was to come up and go ahead and take out these T's. The T's were installed as part of a bypass loop. You can see the valve in the middle was just to bypass the softening or filtering. I think it's an iron filter that sits back in that hole. So you can see that little blue tank back in there, 1-inch lines. So what they had done is they'd come down, put in a bypass loop, and also put in some isolation valves, one here and one over here. What that allows you to do is when it's in operation, that filtration system over there, this valve stays off because that's just hard water coming in from the street or from the well and over to here and back into the home. So within the off position, and these two turned on, that valve and this valve, it would go into the filtration unit, come back out, filtered water, and then back into the home. And the reason why you have the bypass loops, in the event you ever need to take this apart and work on that equipment over there, you can simply shut these two valves off here and over here, and to turn that on you have hard water. Well, we tried that the other day, and unfortunately no water to the home. We went out and ran some water. Hot and cold was completely shut down. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's happening in here. Perhaps this has sat so long in this position, just a closed valve with water against it on this side, and then also let me see, so water comes up, and so both sides here water just sits here stagnant, doing nothing for however long it's been installed. Same thing over here, this little piece of pipe. So nothing. I'd imagine either the valve is clogged or debris is completely just rusted this shut. We don't know, and we're not going to take it apart. So we had recommended taking this apart, taking a couple of full 1.5 inch 90s, a union, tying this back together. Unfortunately, when you start working on pipe that's in this bad of shape, as soon as you put a wrench on it, there's a good chance that you generate another leak. When you pipe that's decaying from the inside out, when you clamp it and torque it with pressure, like with a pipe wrench, it causes it to begin to weep in that area. So we contacted the homeowner, let him know we're uncomfortable with that repair. We would be comfortable just abandoning the existing equipment over here. So we cut both the lines back. What we did is we came out here, we put two brand new 1-inch by 3-inch galvanized nipples, 1 by 1.25 inch galvanized bushings on both sides, and then we used a Falcon stainless steel full 1.25 inch stainless steel supply that it's got a full, you can see how large this is. It basically duplicates the inside diameter. This is the outside diameter of the tubing, but inside is 1 inch. So we use an 1.25 inch supply line just to give you the most flow. So all we've done is we've tied these two together where normally it would go over the filter and come back from the filter and into the home. So it's just a bypass loop. The only thing that I would ask that you would do is monitor this for any kind of weeping, and it's hard to see. I know I've got some, I'm going to dry it off. I have some faucet grease on there, so I need to get it dry and make sure. But monitor these areas. The only things we've touched is right here. So monitor this for any, and that's pipe dope. I'll wipe it off in a minute. Here, and then also here. You could also check the back side of the nut right there. So both sides you've got 2 points of connection, 3 points at the 90, at the bushing, and then also at the supply line. And again, you can check the back side to see if there's anything dripping, but you'll know once this area dries up, and it should, even though it's down here and there's not much airflow going on. This should dry up. Once it is, you'll know definitely if there's a problem. Any leaking in this point, let me know. We'll come back up, tighten them up. We don't like to over tighten these because it crushes the rubber gasket that's in there and defeats the purpose. So they're just snugged a little bit. We're going to wipe these down real good, take another look for moisture, make sure that everything is all right. So outside of that, this installation is done.